Happy Tuesday morning, everyone. What if I told you that Home Depot delivers? Well, of course, as you know by now, these apps will deliver radioactive waste if the contract was available. Fortunately for us, in this particular case, that contract is not available, so you cannot deliver radioactive waste to somebody's house through Uber or DoorDash. You can, however, deliver Home Depot. And I'm going to explain a little bit on how this works and kind of give you some pointers on how to deal with Home Depot orders. Now, it's slightly different between the two apps, but the process is the same. So here's what you're looking at. Obviously, whether or not you want to accept the trip has a lot to do with the miles and distance and time and things like that, as I've said in previous videos. But with that said, Uber will let you know if an order is going to be on the heavy side, so anything over 45 pounds, according to their terminology. And that can make a difference on whether you take an order or not, unless it's paying a crap ton of money, which occasionally they do for those types of orders, but usually no. DoorDash will not make the distinction, but as I found in my experience, in the month or so that they have had Home Depot delivering, the Uber is ahead on this one. Unlike the national scene in restaurants, Uber is a slight leader in the clubhouse in my experience on this one, as far as the number of orders is concerned, and as such, you want to look at that accordingly. Now, when you get to the store, there are two different kinds of orders here. One in which you pick up from a locker, and a code will be attached to the description. Those are the ones that you actually like, because those are very small orders. Those tend to be very small things because the lockers are not huge. I've only had one exception to this so far, so just enter that code, go to the kiosk, enter your code, it'll tell you which locker it is, and that locker number will pop open for you and the stuff will be inside. Grab it and confirm your delivery and go. In Uber, you just have to hit the confirm delivery and then swipe for pickup. Those are your very easy, low level of difficulty orders. Now you've got the main orders. You're always going to want to go to the customer service desk at the front of the store first. Now, given that most of these Home Depots are built close to identical to each other, there isn't much variance on this. But if you go into the main front doors of the store, customer service desk is right there. Just have your order up, particularly in Uber. Have the order number with the customer's name ready to show them. You show that to them, I hold it up, and they'll type in the order and look it up on their system. Now, this is where you got some divergence. Sometimes these are very large orders, and you can look at the items list and figure if there's going to be a large order or not. If there is a heavy items order, you will be directed to go to what's called the Pro Desk. The Pro Desk is their large jobs and for professional contractors section of the store. In my case, in the Forest Lake, Minnesota store, that is on the other end of the store under what they call the canopy, which is a canopy, by the way. So there's a pro section on the opposite end of the store. I jump back in my car and usually drive down there. Now I'll go to the Pro Desk, which looks similar to a customer service desk, but it's in the pro section of the store. And I will do the same thing, show them the code, show them the name, and they'll go get the stuff. Or it may already be on a pallet if it's, say, bags of soil, bags of, whatever, large amounts of bricks, so on and so forth. It may already be out there, and if it is out there, then that's all the more easy. And so that's the Pro Desk. They'll have it on a cart, or in a cart, or on one of those wheelie dolly thingies. You can wheel it to your car and load it yourself. which is actually much better than a lot of places where you have to actually carry something into your vehicle, but being able to wheel it right up to my vehicle isn't terrible. So if I got potting soil, I'm dropping 10 bags back there or whatever. Now, diverging from the main front desk, there is actually a third option that it could be, and that's the home and garden section. So that what they'll do at the customer service desk with those is they'll print you the receipt. You bring it out to the home and garden section, which is in the case of my store, right next door. So I just drive back a couple feet, pull up and there's usually a couple kids waiting over in that section. They'll take my slip and they'll go back there, get a pallet jack, get a cart or whatever, and wheel it out to my vehicle, and then we usually load it together. So that is my Home Depot primer for today. Again, hopefully it's been a very good day for you, and hopefully this is helpful. If you have any particular quirks with your local Home Depot, let me know in the comments below. I love subscribers and followers as well. Smash those buttons if you find any of this content valuable, and I would most certainly appreciate it as I try to basically build this from scratch. You folks have a fantastic day, and as always, peace out, homies.